What if I told you that some of the most meaningful connections you'll ever make could happen later in life? That the friendships, partnerships, and bonds you form now have the potential to be deeper, richer, and more fulfilling than ever before. If you've ever wondered whether it's too late to build new relationships or strengthen existing ones, I'm here to tell you that it's never too late. And in fact, this stage of life offers unique opportunities for connection that younger years often don't. Hi there, and welcome back to our channel, where we focus on making every season of life vibrant, joyful, and meaningful. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches the heart of what it means to live well, building meaningful connections in later life. Whether you're looking to reconnect with old friends, forge new friendships, or deepen your relationships with family members, this conversation is for you. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore how to nurture connections that bring joy, purpose, and a sense of belonging. Because no matter your age, human connection remains one of life's greatest treasures. Before we get started, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how much lighter life feels when you're surrounded by people who truly get you? Those moments of shared laughter, understanding, and support are like fuel for the soul. Yet as we grow older, maintaining or creating those connections can sometimes feel challenging. Maybe you've moved to a new place, lost touch with old friends, or found yourself with more time on your hands after retirement. Whatever your situation, know this: building meaningful connections isn't just possible, it's essential for living a fulfilling life. Let's start with one of the most powerful benefits of later life: the wisdom to prioritize quality over quantity in relationships. When you're younger, it's easy to spread yourself thin, trying to maintain dozens of acquaintances or keep up with social expectations. But as you age, you naturally gravitate toward deeper as more authentic connections. You begin to value the people who show up consistently, the ones who listen without judgment, celebrate your joys, and stand by you during tough times. These are the relationships that matter most, and they're worth investing in. So how do you nurture these kinds of connections? One key is communication. As simple as it sounds, staying in touch requires effort, but it doesn't have to be complicated. A quick phone call, text message, or handwritten note can go a long way in letting someone know you care. For example, instead of waiting for birthdays or holidays to reach out, why not send a spontaneous message saying, "I was thinking about you today"? Small gestures like this remind people that they're valued and keep relationships alive, even across distances. Another important aspect of building meaningful connections is vulnerability. It takes courage to open up and share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, especially if you've spent years keeping parts of yourself private. But vulnerability is the foundation of trust and intimacy. When you allow others to see your true self, the highs, the lows, and everything in between, you invite them to do the same. This mutual openness creates bonds that are strong and enduring. Think about it. Some of your closest relationships likely began with a moment of honesty or shared vulnerability. Perhaps it was a heartfelt conversation over coffee, a confession during a difficult time, or simply admitting that you needed help. These moments of authenticity pave the way for deeper connection because they remind us that we're all human. We all struggle, hope, dream, and love. Now let's talk about another beautiful opportunity that comes with aging: intergenerational relationships. While friendships with peers are invaluable, connecting with younger generations can bring fresh energy and perspective into your life. Whether it's through grandchildren, nieces and nephews, or young neighbors, these relationships offer a chance to bridge generational gaps and learn from each other. For instance, imagine sitting down with a grandchild and teaching them how to bake your famous apple pie. Or better yet, asking them to teach you something new, like how to use a smartphone app or play a video game. These exchanges aren't just fun, they foster mutual respect and understanding. Younger generations benefit from your wisdom and experience, while you gain insight into their world, a win-win for everyone involved. Intergenerational connections also extend beyond family. Volunteering at schools, mentoring programs, or community centers allows you to interact with younger people in meaningful ways. Sharing stories, offering guidance, or simply lending an ear can leave a lasting impact, not just on them, but on you as well. There's something incredibly rewarding about knowing you've played a role in shaping someone else's journey. Of course, building meaningful connections isn't limited to personal relationships. It also includes finding communities where you feel a sense of belonging. Joining groups based on shared interests is one of the easiest and most enjoyable ways to meet like-minded people. Whether it's a book club, gardening group, fitness class, or volunteer organization, participating in activities you love naturally brings you closer to others who share your passions. Here's an example. Let's say you've always enjoyed painting but haven't had much time to dedicate to it until recently. By joining an art class or workshop, you not only reignite your passion, but also connect with fellow artists who understand your creative process. Over time, these casual acquaintances can blossom into genuine friendships built on common ground. But what if you're hesitant to put yourself out there? Maybe you worry about being the new person or fear rejection. Trust me, I understand. Stepping outside your comfort zone can be intimidating at any age. The good news is that most people are welcoming and eager to include newcomers, especially in environments centered around shared hobbies or causes. Start small by attending one event or meeting, and give yourself permission to ease into it gradually. Chances are, you'll find that others are just as eager to connect as you are. Now that we've covered the importance of prioritizing quality relationships, practicing vulnerability, fostering intergenerational connections, and finding communities that align with your interests, let's transition to another crucial element: staying present in your interactions. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of multitasking or letting distractions take over, even during conversations. But building meaningful connections requires presence and attentiveness. We'll dive deeper into this idea in the next part of our conversation, along with tips for overcoming common barriers to connection. So far, we've explored how to nurture existing relationships and create new ones, emphasizing the importance of authenticity, curiosity, and community. But trust me, we're just getting started. Keep watching because the best is yet to come. Together, we'll continue uncovering strategies to help you build connections that enrich your life and remind you of the beauty of human interaction. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss what's next. Now that we've explored the importance of prioritizing quality relationships, practicing vulnerability, fostering intergenerational connections, and finding communities that align with your interests, let's dive deeper into one of the most essential aspects of building meaningful connections: staying present in your interactions. In a world filled with distractions, phones buzzing, emails piling up, and endless to-do lists, it's easy to let our attention drift. But when it comes to relationships, presence is everything. Being fully engaged in the moment not only strengthens bonds, but also creates memories that last a lifetime. Let's break this down a bit further. Have you ever been in a conversation where the other person seemed distracted, glancing at their phone or looking over your shoulder instead of making eye contact? How did it make you feel? Probably undervalued or unimportant, right? On the flip side, think about the last time someone gave you their full attention, really listened to what you had to say, asked thoughtful follow-up questions, and responded with genuine interest. Didn't that leave you feeling seen, heard, and appreciated? That's the power of presence. It transforms ordinary interactions into extraordinary moments of connection. One practical way to cultivate presence is by setting boundaries around technology. While smartphones and devices are incredibly useful, they can also hijack our focus if we're not careful. Try designating tech-free times during social interactions. For example, turning off notifications or putting your phone on silent when you're spending time with loved ones. If you're meeting someone for coffee or hosting friends at home, consider placing your phone out of reach altogether. This simple act signals to others and yourself that you're fully invested in the moment. Another powerful tool for staying present is active listening. Active listening means more than just hearing words. It involves paying attention to tone, body language, and underlying emotions. When someone is speaking, resist the urge to interrupt or plan your response while they're talking. Instead, focus on understanding their perspective and responding with empathy. You might nod, smile, or offer verbal cues like "I see," or tell me more. These small gestures show that you're engaged and care about what they're saying. Active listening also helps build trust because it demonstrates respect for the speaker's thoughts and feelings. Over time, this mutual exchange fosters deeper intimacy and understanding. For example, imagine a friend confiding in you about a recent challenge they faced. By listening attentively and validating their experience, perhaps with a simple, "That sounds really tough and I'm so sorry you're going through that," you create a safe space for them to open up. These moments of connection lay the foundation for relationships that endure. Now, let's talk about another key ingredient for meaningful connections: shared experiences. Relationships thrive when people do things together, not just sit side by side watching TV or scrolling through social media. Shared activities create opportunities for collaboration, laughter, and even problem solving, all of which strengthen bonds. Whether it's cooking a meal, taking a walk, working on a project, or traveling somewhere new, doing something with someone leaves a lasting impression. For instance, volunteering is an excellent way to share experiences while giving back to the community. Many organizations welcome older adults as volunteers because of their wealth of knowledge and life experience. From mentoring students to helping at food banks or animal shelters, volunteering provides a sense of purpose and introduces you to like-minded individuals who share your values. Plus, the camaraderie that develops while working toward a common goal often leads to friendships that extend beyond the volunteer setting. Speaking of shared experiences, don't underestimate the value of traditions, both old and new. Traditions give structure to relationships and provide something to look forward to. They might be annual events, like holiday gatherings or summer barbecues, or smaller rituals, like weekly phone calls with a sibling or monthly dinners with close friends. Even starting a new tradition later in life, a book club, game night, or seasonal outing, can bring people closer together. Traditions also serve as anchors during times of change or uncertainty. Life transitions, such as moving to a new city, losing a loved one, or adjusting to retirement, can disrupt routines and leave us feeling untethered. Having consistent touch points with others reminds us that we're not alone and reinforces the stability of our relationships. For example, if you recently relocated, inviting neighbors over for coffee or organizing a neighborhood potluck could help you integrate into the community while creating a tradition that brings everyone together. Another unexpected benefit of building meaningful connections in later life is the opportunity to heal old wounds or mend broken relationships. As we age, many of us reflect on past conflicts or estrangements and wonder if reconciliation is possible. While it takes courage and sometimes humility to reach out, mending fences can be incredibly healing. A heartfelt apology or expression of forgiveness can transform decades of tension into peace and closure. Consider this scenario. You haven't spoken to a childhood friend in years due to a misunderstanding that now seems trivial. Reaching out with a simple message like, "I've been thinking about you and would love to reconnect," can open the door to renewed friendship. Of course, not every relationship can or should be repaired, but for those worth salvaging, taking the first step can lead to profound healing for both parties. Now, let's address a barrier that some people face when trying to build connections later in life: self-doubt. It's natural to worry about whether you'll fit in, whether others will accept you, or whether it's too late to start fresh. But here's the truth. People are drawn to authenticity, kindness, and warmth, qualities that come naturally with age. Your life experiences have shaped you into someone who has so much to offer, whether it's wisdom, humor, patience, or simply a listening ear. If you're feeling unsure about putting yourself out there, remind yourself that everyone feels vulnerable at times, even those who appear confident. The key is to take small, manageable steps. Attend a local event, join an online forum related to your interests, or strike up a conversation with someone at the park. Most people are eager to meet new friends, especially in settings designed for connection. And remember, rejection isn't personal, it's just part of the process. Every no brings you closer to a yes. Finally, let's circle back to the idea of reciprocity, the give and take that sustains healthy relationships. Meaningful connections aren't one-sided. They require effort from both parties. While it's important to be proactive in reaching out and nurturing relationships, it's equally vital to allow others to contribute to the dynamic. Accepting help, support, or companionship when it's offered strengthens the bond and shows that you value the other person's role in your life. For example, if a neighbor offers to drive you to the grocery store, don't hesitate to accept and perhaps return the favor by baking cookies or sharing produce from your garden. Or if a friend invites you to join them for a class or outing, embrace the invitation enthusiastically. Reciprocity doesn't always mean matching effort tit for tat. It's about maintaining balance and ensuring that both parties feel appreciated and valued. As we wrap up this section, I hope you're beginning to see how staying present, sharing experiences, embracing traditions, mending relationships, overcoming self-doubt, and practicing reciprocity can deepen your connections and enrich your life. But we're not done yet. In the final part of our conversation, we'll explore how to nurture these relationships over time and ensure they continue to grow stronger. Stay tuned because the best is still ahead. We'll leave you with actionable steps to carry forward into this next chapter of connection and joy. Now that we've explored the importance of staying present, sharing experiences, embracing traditions, mending relationships, overcoming self-doubt, and practicing reciprocity, let's focus on how to nurture these connections over time. Building meaningful relationships isn't a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process that requires care, consistency, and intentionality. The good news is that nurturing relationships later in life can be deeply rewarding because you bring decades of experience, wisdom, and emotional maturity to the table. With the right mindset and practices, you can ensure that your connections continue to grow stronger with each passing year. Let's start with one of the most overlooked yet powerful ways to sustain relationships: expressing gratitude. Gratitude is like fertilizer for friendships. It nourishes them and helps them flourish. When was the last time you told someone how much they mean to you? Or thanked them specifically for something they did? These expressions don't have to be grand gestures. Sometimes the simplest words carry the most weight. For example, saying, "I'm so grateful to have you in my life," or "Your support during that tough time meant the world to me," can reinforce the bond between you and remind the other person of their value in your life. Gratitude also works wonders when it comes to resolving conflicts or misunderstandings. If a disagreement arises, and it will, because no relationship is perfect, approaching the situation with appreciation for the overall connection can soften tensions. Instead of focusing solely on what went wrong, acknowledge the positives first. "I really appreciate our friendship, and I want to work through this together." This approach creates a foundation of mutual respect and makes problem solving easier. Another way to nurture relationships is by being adaptable. As we age, life continues to change for ourselves and for those around us. Friends may move, family dynamics may shift, and health challenges may arise. Adapting to these changes with flexibility and understanding ensures that your relationships remain resilient. For instance, if a close friend becomes less mobile due to health issues, find creative ways to stay connected, such as visiting them at home, setting up video calls, or sending handwritten letters if technology feels overwhelming for them. Small adjustments demonstrate that you're committed to maintaining the relationship, no matter the circumstances. Adaptability also applies to evolving interests and priorities. Just because you and a friend once bonded over a shared hobby doesn't mean you'll always enjoy the same things forever. That's okay. Embrace the opportunity to explore new activities together, or even separately, and then share your experiences with each other. Perhaps you've taken up bird watching while your friend has discovered a passion for photography. You might not participate in the exact same pursuits, but discussing your discoveries keeps the connection alive and introduces variety into your conversations. Now, let's talk about the importance of setting boundaries, a topic that often gets overlooked but is crucial for healthy, lasting relationships. Boundaries aren't about pushing people away. They're about protecting your energy and ensuring that your relationships remain positive and fulfilling. For example, if you find yourself feeling drained after spending time with someone who constantly vents without reciprocating support, it's okay to gently set limits. You might say, I care about you and want to help, but I need some balance in our conversations too. Setting boundaries respectfully communicates your needs while preserving the integrity of the relationship. Boundaries also extend to how much time and energy you invest in certain relationships. It's natural to gravitate toward people who uplift and inspire you, and it's equally important to step back from connections that feel draining or toxic. Remember, quality matters more than quantity. Surrounding yourself with individuals who genuinely enrich your life allows you to pour your energy into relationships that truly matter. Another key aspect of nurturing relationships over time is celebrating milestones, both big and small. Birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays are obvious occasions for celebration. But don't overlook the smaller victories and moments that make life special. Did a friend recently finish a challenging project? Did a family member achieve a personal goal? Celebrating these achievements shows that you're paying attention and that you genuinely care. It could be as simple as sending a congratulatory text, baking a cake, or planning a mini getaway to mark the occasion. Celebrations don't always have to revolve around accomplishments either. Sometimes just recognizing the beauty of everyday moments can strengthen bonds. For example, hosting an impromptu dinner party to celebrate the arrival of spring, or organizing a game night to enjoy each other's company reinforces the idea that relationships are worth honoring, even when there's no specific reason to do so. Now let's address another vital component of sustaining relationships: humor. Laughter truly is the glue that holds many connections together. Sharing jokes, funny stories, or lighthearted moments creates a sense of camaraderie and reminds us not to take life or ourselves too seriously. Humor also serves as a buffer during tough times, helping us navigate challenges with resilience and grace. Think about the friends who always know how to make you smile, even on your darkest days. Those moments of levity are priceless. If humor doesn't come naturally to you, don't worry, you can still cultivate it. Watch comedies together, share amusing anecdotes from your past, or simply embrace the absurdity of everyday situations. Laughing with others fosters a sense of belonging and lightens the emotional load, making relationships feel lighter and more joyful. Finally, let's talk about legacy, not just in terms of what you leave behind materially, but in the impact you have on the people in your life. Every interaction, every conversation, and every act of kindness contributes to the legacy you're building. When you nurture meaningful connections, you create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate circle. Your thoughtfulness inspires others to be thoughtful. Your generosity encourages others to give freely. Your presence reminds others of their own worth. Consider this: years from now, when people reflect on their memories of you, what do you want them to say? Chances are it won't be about material possessions or superficial achievements. It will be about the warmth of your smile, the depth of your listening ear, and the sincerity of your care. By investing in relationships today, you ensure that your legacy is one of love, connection, and positivity. As we wrap up this section, I hope you're beginning to see how nurturing relationships over time involves a combination of gratitude, adaptability, boundary setting, celebration, humor, and legacy building. These practices keep your connections vibrant and meaningful, ensuring that they stand the test of time. But we're not quite finished yet. In the final part of our conversation, we'll leave you with actionable steps to implement these ideas in your daily life and empower you to build a network of meaningful connections that enrich your later years. Stay tuned, the best is yet to come. As we bring our conversation to a close, let's focus on the practical side of building meaningful connections in later life. By now, you've learned about the importance of presence, shared experiences, gratitude, adaptability, boundaries, celebration, humor, and legacy. But knowledge alone isn't enough. It's what you do with it that truly matters. So let's dive into some actionable steps you can take today to nurture your relationships and create a vibrant, supportive network that enriches your life. Let's start with one of the simplest yet most impactful actions: scheduling regular check-ins with loved ones. Life gets busy, and even the best intentions can fall by the wayside if we don't prioritize them. To avoid letting too much time pass between interactions, set reminders to reach out. Whether it's a weekly phone call with a sibling, a monthly coffee date with a friend, or an annual tradition with extended family, consistency is key. These touch points ensure that no one feels forgotten and that your relationships remain strong. Technology can be a wonderful ally here. If distance makes face-to-face meetings challenging, embrace video calls, voice messages, or even old-fashioned letters. For example, instead of sending a quick text, try recording a short audio message where you share a story or express appreciation. Hearing your voice adds warmth and personality that written words sometimes lack. Similarly, handwritten notes carry a timeless charm. A card in the mail might take longer to arrive, but the effort speaks volumes about how much you value the recipient. Now let's talk about expanding your social circle, a step that might feel daunting, but is incredibly rewarding. One of the easiest ways to meet new people is by joining groups or activities aligned with your interests. Whether it's a book club, fitness class, gardening group, or volunteer organization, participating in structured settings naturally fosters interaction. Start by attending one event or session with an open mind. Introduce yourself, ask questions, and listen actively. You'd be surprised how quickly casual acquaintances can turn into meaningful friendships. If traditional group activities aren't your style, consider exploring online communities tailored to older adults. Platforms like Meetup, Facebook groups, or specialized forums allow you to connect with others who share your passions, whether it's photography, cooking, history, or travel. Virtual connections can lead to real-world meetups, bridging the gap between digital and physical interaction. And don't underestimate the power of local senior centers or community hubs, which often host events designed specifically for fostering camaraderie among peers. Another actionable step is to lean into curiosity about others and the world around you. Ask thoughtful questions and listen intently to the answers. People love sharing their stories, especially when they feel genuinely heard. For example, next time you're chatting with someone, go beyond surface-level small talk. Ask about their childhood memories, favorite travel destinations, or dreams they still hope to fulfill. These deeper conversations reveal layers of personality and build trust, strengthening your connection over time. Curiosity also applies to learning new skills or hobbies alongside others. Taking a class, whether it's painting, cooking, or learning a language, not only introduces you to fresh experiences, but also connects you with fellow learners. The shared journey of discovery creates instant common ground, making it easier to form bonds. Plus, mastering something new boosts confidence and gives you exciting topics to discuss with friends and family. Now, let's address the importance of giving back, an act that not only strengthens your ties to the community, but also deepens personal relationships. Volunteering is a powerful way to contribute while meeting like-minded individuals. Whether it's mentoring students, assisting at a food bank, or participating in environmental cleanups, volunteering provides opportunities to collaborate, laugh, and problem-solve together. Shared acts of service foster a sense of purpose and belonging, reminding you that you're part of something larger than yourself. Even smaller gestures of kindness can strengthen your connections. Offer to help a neighbor with groceries, bake cookies for a friend going through a tough time, or simply hold the door open for someone at the store. Acts of generosity ripple outward, inspiring reciprocity and goodwill. When you give freely, you create a culture of care that benefits everyone involved. Speaking of generosity, don't forget to invest in yourself as well. Building meaningful connections requires energy and enthusiasm, so prioritize self-care to ensure you're showing up as your best self. This means taking care of your physical health, eating well, staying active, getting enough sleep, nurturing your mental well-being, practicing mindfulness, seeking support when needed, and pursuing activities that bring you joy. When you feel good, you radiate positivity, drawing others towards you naturally. Finally, remember that building meaningful connections is a marathon, not a sprint. It's okay to start small and grow gradually. Maybe this week you send a note to an old friend you haven't spoken to in years. Next month you join a local walking group. Over time, these incremental efforts add up, creating a rich tapestry of relationships that sustain and uplift you. To summarize, here are 5 concrete steps you can take right now. 1. Schedule regular check-ins. Set reminders to call, visit, or write to loved ones consistently. 2. Join groups or activities. Find clubs, classes, or online communities centered on your interests. 3. Ask thoughtful questions. Dive deeper into conversations to learn more about others' lives and experiences. 4. Give back. Volunteer or perform small acts of kindness to strengthen ties within your community. 5. Prioritize self-care. Take care of your physical and emotional needs so you can show up fully for others. By implementing these strategies, you'll find that building meaningful connections in later life isn't just possible, it's transformative. Relationships have the power to enrich every aspect of your existence, bringing laughter, comfort, and purpose to your days. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of building meaningful connections in later life. My hope is that you leave feeling inspired, equipped, and ready to nurture the relationships that matter most to you. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more content designed to make every stage of life fulfilling and joyful. Until next time, remember this: connection is the thread that weaves us together. It's never too late to strengthen those threads and create a tapestry of love, laughter, and belonging. Here's to living life surrounded by meaningful relationships.